welcome back to the channel. I am Oabal, the sensational butterfly queen, and today I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be reintroducing myself because I don't think I ever introduced myself to the channel. I just started the YouTube channel, and I just posted my first videos, and I didn't ever officially say who I am. So this is me reintroducing myself. I was born on the lovely group of island chain, 32 island chain called St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So many people may not know it. We are like a little dot on the map, and I love it that way because we have remained unspoiled, and I love my little island chain. So I was born in the Caribbean, and growing up I didn't feel like I fitted anywhere. I didn't feel like I fit in with my family in school, at church. I grew up in a Christian home, meaning both my mother and father were Christians and are still Christians. And I spent a lot of my childhood in the church. And I loved it. I love it. I love my experience growing up in the church. But even within the church, I didn't feel like I fit in anywhere. And so much so, I told myself that I was adopted. I remember when I wrote my book, my first book, which is a memoir about my life, and I said that I felt adopted. My mother's like, she couldn't understand it, but I was like, because no one knew. Because on the outside, I look like this happy-go-lucky kid, always smiling, always have a joy on the inside, but no one knew the things that was going on the inside of me. So it was it's still shocking to a lot of family members to hear me say that I didn't feel like I fit in. And a lot of times I still don't feel like I fit in with my family members, but that's okay. That's okay, because I know who I am now. I know who I am. I don't have to feel like I fit in. And I don't have to try to fit in with anyone to be loved by God. A lot of times when we try to please people and fit in is because we don't feel the love of the Creator on the inside of us. So I get it. I get why people do all these different things. Because there's a void on the inside, and they're trying to fill that void. And a lot of times they fill that void with sex, they fill it with alcohol, they fill it with drugs, and all these other different things. And those things will never ever fill those voids until you become a Christian, a born again Christian, and experience the love of God. You will always be searching to fill that void. So growing up, that void was on the inside, and so I don't know what happened. Something at 21 happened. Something, I gave my heart to the Lord at 19, and then at 21 something in my brain clicked for whatever reason. I don't know what it was, but it clicked, and I started seeing myself differently. I started telling myself that I am beautiful. For the first time in my life, I told myself I was beautiful, and I was 21. And it may sound strange, but that's what happened. And then, as I told myself that I was beautiful, I started finding my voice once again. The ability to speak up and speak out and not care what people think about me. Fast forward, I came to this country, came to the US, and somewhere along the line, I lost myself again. I tried to start, whatever happened, I started trying to fit in again. And you will think you're an adult now, why are you trying to fit in with people? But there's The Bible tells us to guard our heart, right? And it tells us to watch out for the enemy. And a lot of times we let our guard down and the enemy sneaks into our life. Because he knows our weak areas and he will always try to use our weak areas to his advantage. It's for us now as believers to guard those areas and always give those areas to God. Always give our weak areas to God, because God says within our weakness, that's when He's made strong. But what we do majority of the times, we try to hide our imperfections from God, as if to say God doesn't know that we're not perfect. There's a lot of times you may hear the noise on the outside of my videos. And I love to hear that noise, because it reminds me that life is not perfect. We try to get everything so perfect that we mess up so much trying to make our life perfect. God is the only one who can change us on the inside. God is the only one who can hold our hand and walk us along this faith journey. So that's what happened when I came over to the US. Whatever reason, it was a new environment, a new culture, and I wanted to fit into this new culture. And as a result, I lost a little bit of who I was. The things that I would never ever stand for before, I found myself tolerating. Until one day I look up and I didn't know who I was. I was so depressed and all these other different things. All because I lost a little bit of myself. And then a reawakening happened one more time. And I have to constantly guard my life from people trying to change me and put me into a little box and put me into their idea of the way how I should look, the idea how I should speak, and all these different things. Don't get me wrong, God put people in your life to help us along life journey so that we can improve and become better people. And I'm so in love with these people that I have in my life who they're constantly correcting me and helping me to become a better person. But there are people who the enemy just set them up in your life to bring your spirit down. They're just there to make you feel so bad about yourself. But I've learned there is no way I'm going back into that little box where I kept myself enclosed and trapped, suffocating because of people. Know for a fact that when you start speaking out and using the voice that God gave you, others around you are not gonna like it, and they are going to try to take away the voice. But you can never ever let anyone take away the voice that God gave you. And God gave you your voice for a reason. It's for you to show forth and to speak life. To speak the things that God wants you to speak. Because all of us on this planet Earth, God sent us here for a reason. And the enemy, he's doing his job. And sad to say, a lot of people are allowing the enemy to use them to be his instrument in the lives of others to destroy people's life. So, whatever you go through in life, God will use for his purpose if you will allow him.